This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana.
I thought I put on core performance, and I didn't fight a smart fight, and no, I'm not happy with my performance at all, and I wasn't 100% today. And I felt good, but just leading up to this fight, I went through a lot of it's just hard times, and just really had to push through this one. And I got good people that I train with that are behind me, and that's the reason why I stuck through. And I don't give up.
Nick might be upset with his performance and thinks he didn't fight a smart fight. Only they would know what the game plan was, but what they did fight tonight was two warriors, man. Those two guys went in there toe to toe in the pocket, no backing up, no running around. Both of them, BJ and Nick. It was for me. I was on Twitter, and people were going crazy on Twitter. And like I said, you have to respect both these guys. And it was exactly the fight that I thought it would be. It was awesome.
You know what? I didn't mean it like that. BJ Penn was my idol. I never said that. People were putting words in my mouth. BJ Penn is somebody I like his style. It's my favorite type of fighter because he was bringing the same type of style. Because I said, he was coming from Half Grace Jiu-Jitsu, and I think maybe he should represent that where he came from, and that's all I had. I had against him. That's the that's where I felt like I was in the right. Maybe he was in the wrong. I had to find something to fight him about, and I think that I don't know. Maybe that's what I was going with. But yeah, there's a lot of people I look up to in this sport. I mean, maybe that you could call my idol before BJ Penn. He's one of my favorite people in this sport, I guess you could say. But it was just I trained with him before. I know him and his brothers and JD and all those guys, and I don't like walking past them and having give them dirty looks. I don't like walking past them and having nobody want to say hi to me and shake hands, but we don't know each other, or that's just not the way it should be. I don't want to fight people I already know. I don't think that's what fighting's all about, and so I didn't want this fight, and so it was motivating for me, on top of the fact that I wasn't motivated for a lot of people because I wasn't motivated the way that I should have been. And, on top of that, I had a lot of arguments, fights with my whole camp about getting the type of training and sparring that I needed to in the first place. And I was doing a lot of training on my own, and that's why, we had so much miscommunication, and I had a lot of issues with making the right type of press happen and showing up to that last press conference that I should have been at. But that's what I'm saying. If everybody else was compensated, I can't blame them. It's not their fault. They work hard, and it's time that they're compensated for what they do, and we wouldn't have an issue or any sort of miscommunication if they were coming up. I was supposed to fight George St. Pierre, not BJ Penn, and that's why my face looks banged up right now, because it's discouraging to have your fight canceled, and then back and forth about just everything. I do what I'm told, but it was hard to find a motivation that I need to come 100% and to want to do this. It's hard. That's just, I don't mean to sit here and make excuses all day, but that was the fight that I was looking for. And I said it before, I thought maybe I didn't mean to give myself all kinds of credit or act like I'm something, or because apparently I'm not too important. But I think that if I were in his position, I would have wanted to fight the Strikeforce champion. They made a whole big deal out of that, unifying the titles. And and it was after a while, I realized, man, I'm fooling myself thinking I'm somebody here. So, because apparently he didn't think that it was important, the fight against me, rather fight, he'd rather have a different, he'd rather fight Carlos Condovit, or, I would have said, hey, I'm gonna fight. I always want to go for the best fight. That's why I'm always calling out George St. Pierre. I don't have anything against George St. Pierre. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a nice guy, just like everybody else. And he's a great role model. I would love to be that too if I was in that position. I just unfortunately haven't ever had the opportunity and the right people behind me to push me to be that type of that type of fighter or that type of role model, or what you like to see.
I think BJ Penn's been remarkable. He's been a freak of nature, a guy who could move around to different weight classes. I think that when you have a guy like Frankie Edgar, who absolutely positively weighs 145 pounds, and he's in there having wars with 55-pounders, I mean, that's really more. BJ Penn, the thing with BJ is BJ's in his 30s now. BJ's not as young as he used to be either. And BJ's biggest problem has always been conditioning, not fighting. He can handle himself with anybody.
This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana.